Hi guys, what's up? It's your girl Gianna Khalees, and I'm back with another YouTube video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. A lot of you guys are probably here from my best and worst departments at Walmart video. Just want to say thank you guys for watching that. You blew that up. I was not expecting that, and I really appreciate it. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Today I want to discuss my experience working at Walmart, what it's like, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what I recommend working at Walmart. Before I get into the video, I just want to say I am still at Walmart. However, I have, since that video, I have transferred stores and positions. I am now at a different store, and I am a digital fulfillment associate. That is what it is classified on Walmart careers. But really it is just online order fulfillment, which is like they grab the groceries for the orders and they dispense them to cars, or you ship from store, which is where we pack orders after we get them from the floor, box it up, ship it via FedEx, and it's out of here. At the end of August will be my 3rd year with Walmart. I've been working with Walmart since I was 16 years old. First job. So, the pros and cons of working at Walmart. I would definitely say the top 5 pros, if I were to list any, would be Walmart is extremely flexible with your schedule, especially if you're part-time. If you're full-time, there is flexibility, but there's not. You're still expected to work 5 days a week, but they give you a chance to sort of pick your days off. Another pro I would say would be the pay. Walmart does pay a little bit more, in my state at least, than others. A little bit more than minimum wage, so I definitely appreciate that, especially being a student. Another pro would be the breaks. We do get 2 15-minute breaks and an hour lunch. I always hear people talking about their jobs and how they only get a 15-minute and a 30-minute, or like not even a 30. Sometimes they don't even get a break at all, so Walmart is really good with the breaks. I will say another pro is, this can be considered a pro and a con. If you don't know what the point system is, basically, if you get 5 points, you're terminated. You can get points by being late, by not coming to work and not calling, or not coming to work and you did call, you'll still get a point. It's like a point, a half a point, and when you reach 5, you're supposed to be terminated. But I believe the point system is a pro because it does allow for you to know if you're gonna be fired or not, in a sense. Like, if I know that if I call out this many times, I'm gonna get fired, so I'm just like gonna try not to call out. Or things happen. Points can be removed by your manager though, so that's why I say it's a pro, because you can, if you have a good case, you can come to your manager like, hey, this is what happened, and most of the time they will remove that point for you. So I think that it's a pro because it's pretty fair. I would say it's fair, but it depends on the store. And the last pro I would say would be, of course, the discount and the benefits. Walmart does a pretty good job with their things like that. Now for the cons. Walmart's COVID leave policy has changed since March, so they're not as flexible with it. They're not as understanding as they were. Before, the policy was you test positive, submit your papers, and take your leave. It was pretty simple. It was a straightforward process. But now it feels as if they're not seeing that COVID is still rising. COVID is still around. The leave process is it's not hard, but it is longer than it was. Another con I would say, the pay rates are different between departments. I feel like it could be a little bit more level. There isn't a big difference, but it's still noticeable enough to where it creates a bit of it creates tension between departments, especially if one department needs someone from another. However, this department pays more. It kind of makes the associate feel like, well, I should be getting paid, but I'm not. That has happened plenty of times in my department where we needed people to help us, and they really didn't want to because they weren't making what we were making, and that's understandable. That can be considered another con too. Walmart can be very understaffed a lot of the time. And then they like to say that, oh, we have hired too many people. But to the associates, it feels like there's nobody because we're busting our behind. And the managers see it. They try to act like it's not happening. But what can you do besides do your part? The fourth con, I would say, would be there comes a certain point in the year where hours are reduced a lot for everyone. And that might not be a con to some people, but to a lot of people who depend on Walmart, it is, because you're fighting for your hours, your pay is getting reduced. So just watch out for certain times of the year. This usually comes in like January after Black Friday, where cuts are happening, people are fired, people are reduced, and it's not a fun time. It's not a fun time to work at Walmart at that time. My last con would probably be, so Walmart's growth opportunities are pretty good from department to department. However, I find it is a little hard to go up once you're like at a certain point. And it also depends on like your age, how long you've been working with Walmart, your resume and stuff. But growth opportunities can be limited for different jobs. I seen a lot of you guys on my last video as like maintenance people in like the overlooked positions. You guys seem to not really get the treatment you deserve, so I would say that's a con of Walmart. I believe that Walmart's pros and cons are pretty balanced. So if I'm gonna go into detail on the pros, I will say that the flexibility for me has been phenomenal. As a student and as someone who needed internship, needed more time for things like school and, you know, to have a life outside of work, Walmart was especially flexible. You get to fill out your own availability sheet, so you can tell them like, I don't want to work more than 20 hours a week. They're gonna have to work with that. That's their policy. The transfer process at Walmart, it could be improved, but it's pretty good for the most part. It's pretty simple. You just get on the computer, put in a request for the store that you're looking for, and call the store, and you get it set up, and you're good to transfer. I made the mistake of not telling my manager that I was transferring before, and that kind of like, it looked bad on my part, but it totally was not intentional. So make sure you're better than me and let your managers know that you're transferring before you call the other store. I would say the transfer process could be improved because when I was transferring, there was a large amount of time between my last day at one store and my first day at the other. I think it was about like 2 months before I got into the next store, and I don't know why that happened. It was just hard to get from one store to the other. So I have never gotten any disciplinary actions in the 3 years that I've worked at Walmart. Our write-ups are called coaches. So if you're coached like a certain amount of times, then you'll be terminated, but I think it's pretty easy to avoid them. My best advice would be to just stay out of the way, do what you need to do. Don't come to work to make friends, and you'll be fine. It takes some effort to get coached. Overall, my 3 years at Walmart have went pretty well. If I didn't have to become an adult and find a career that better suited me, I would probably stay at Walmart, I'm not gonna lie. My coworkers are fine. Like I said, I don't really recommend too much interaction because you're there for a reason. You're there to get your work done. So the hours that you want, you have to, try and get them. If you're not getting enough hours, you can easily ask for more. You can pick up shifts on the app. Like, it's pretty simple. So I do give them that. The app is ever changing. It's always changing, improving. So that's a good thing as well. And I definitely recommend Walmart as a teenage job. They hire at 16. So for positions like cashier, online grocery, things like that. Online grocery is what I'm in. The pay is pretty good, and definitely recommend it. I've been self-checkout host before. I've been a cashier. I've been it all. If you want my full opinion on the cashier and self-checkout jobs, make sure you check out my best and worst departments video. But overall, I think I've went into depth on my experience at Walmart. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't talk your head off. And make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Comment your pros and cons list if you'd like. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.